Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I'm not sure where I got this frog in my throat, but we'll both deal with it. Hey, if you are an iPhone user and have a relatively new phone, get the new iOS. 3 great features. You can schedule emails, you can edit and recall texts, and a super easy way to isolate a subject in a photo and copy just the subject and not the background, and you can use that anywhere else with a paste. All right, we do have news to cover, so let's get into it, shall we? Wow, another pedestrian killed on Anne Arundel County roads. On September 11th, the Anne Arundel County Police were called to the 800 block of Reese Road in Severn for a pedestrian struck. When police arrived, they found James Hardy, 52, of Baltimore, deceased in the highway. According to police, he was struck by 3 cars after he was seen walking in circles in the travel lane and then ultimately crawling on all 4s in the roadway. Witnesses asked him prior to the crash what he was doing, and he did not respond. And obviously there was some sort of medical or mental incident going on there, but it's still terrible that we have another fatality on our roads. It was a stinky situation yesterday on Route 2 between Homeport Drive and Route 665. A truck had a malfunction and started leaking sewage onto the road at about 4 a.m. By 7 a.m., the road was reopened, and the Maryland Department of the Environment had the spill completely cleaned up by noon. They did say that the sewage did not leak into any of the nearby creeks. And I've got some events for you to keep an eye out for. Starting tonight, Maryland Hall, 7 p.m. Be there. The Annapolis Film Society is hosting a screening of the new flick with Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline called The Good House. This has some great reviews, and we have a preview actually on eyeonannapolis.net, and it really does look very funny. Tickets are online at annapolisfilmfestival.org, or you can bring $15 and pay cash at the door. This is in the Bowen Theater on the lower level at Maryland Hall, and it's a great chance to see a great movie before it hits the theater circuit. Also coming up, and tickets are going fast, Ignite Annapolis 5. 15 speakers with a burning thought. They have 5 minutes each to inform, amuse, entertain you while their slides shuffle on the screen, pre-timed. September 22nd is the date, also at Maryland Hall from 6 to 9 p.m., and tickets can be had at igniteannapolis.com. They're only $10, and proceeds of that night do go to the Anne Arundel County Food Bank. And for you symphony lovers out there, the Londontowne Symphony Orchestra will be holding their opening night celebration in concert on Saturday the 24th at Maryland Hall at 7:30. They will be joined by renowned pianist Thomas Pandolfi as they honor Rachmaninoff's 150th anniversary year. This is a great little orchestra we have here, and tickets are only $25, but free for students of any age, and you can get them at marylandhall.org or at lso-music.org. And looking a little bit further down the road, Homestead Gardens is hosting a Night for Ukraine on September 29th from 5 to 8 p.m. Lots of drinks, lots of food, live authentic entertainment, and much more. 100% of the proceeds of this event will go to a Ukraine nonprofit. You can get your tickets at homesteadgardens.com. And speaking of tickets, finally, it is Ticket Tuesday, and yesterday I promised a big day, so you want to listen up. These are all courtesy of Ram's Head On Stage, and if you want to see any of these shows, send me a DM or an email and let me know which one, and I may pick you for a pair of tickets. Starting up tonight, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. They're awful lot of fun. Tomorrow, Candace Springs. Saturday at City Dock, it's Jake Owens with George Burge and Holly Kearns. That's part of the Annapolis Songwriters Festival. You can see Richie Kutzen of Winery Dogs on the 20th, or Glenn Tilbrook of Squeeze on the 27th. Real easy to win. Just send me an email or a DM, and I want to give a huge thank you to Ram's Head On Stage for these, so you want to be sure to check out all of their other shows coming up at ramsheadonstage.com. Podcast news up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight. Heather at the Naval Academy Business Services. And the following weekend, I think it's going to be local author of Mission Next. Okay, that is a wrap. But first, a quick thank you to you for listening and sharing and letting all your friends and colleagues know about us. And to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, and a new sponsor to our list, Scout and Molly's over at the Annapolis Town Center. So now you just want to hang tight because we have George Young from DCMDVA Weather standing by with your locally forecast weather report, and back with another legal brief, Scott MacMullan from Scott MacMullan Law. All that coming up in just a bit.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, September 13th. We made it past the showers and storms yesterday evening into the nighttime hours, and after some early clouds today, it will be sunny and nice every day through at least Sunday. Look for AM clouds today giving way to PM sunshine with highs of 77 to 84 degrees, to be followed by sunshine each day Wednesday through at least Sunday, with highs each day around 80 degrees, with maybe slightly cooler temps in the mid to upper 70s for highs Thursday and Friday. But regardless of the exact temps, the stretch of weather Wednesday through Sunday may just qualify as one of the best, if not the best, 5-day stretches of weather for all of 2022. So make plans now to be outdoors as much as possible to take advantage of the excellent conditions. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DC MDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt.
One of the biggest questions I'm getting asked right now, what is going on with the housing market? Well, when the interest rates jumped up 2 percentage points, mortgage payments went up 20% for the same home. This is starting to have an effect on the number of buyers we are seeing, with 10% fewer home sales than last spring. However, our inventory is 25% lower than the same time last year. What does all this mean? There are more home buyers than homes on the market, so prices are still increasing. Now more than ever, it's time to work with someone who can guide you with solid, proven advice. Wisdom, proactiveness, and intense marketing make a huge difference. Please give us a call today and let us help you navigate these waters. We promise to educate and guide you with your best interest at heart.
That's another moving moment with Kristi Neidhardt of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com.
You never know when you might need an attorney. It could be when the lights light up on the police car behind you. Or maybe you have $1 million idea and need to incorporate. From wills and trusts to car wrecks and arrests, Scott MacMullan with the Annapolis-based Scott MacMullan Law, LLC, is here to offer some insight for you with today's legal brief.
Hello, this is Scott MacMullan, and this is your legal brief. 2 scenarios when it comes to interacting with lawyers. Number 1, avoid lawyers. Avoid litigation if you can. Do everything you can to not have to go to trial. If you do this, you're going to save yourself a lot of time, money, and heartache. Frankly, the only people that win when you go to trial are the attorneys. It's the truth. I'm speaking it. Amen. Number 2, when you do go to trial, listen to your attorney. You hired them, trust them, believe in them, listen to them. You are not an attorney yourself. Listen to your attorney. They know what they're doing. They've done this before. So 1, avoid having to use an attorney. And 2, when you have to use an attorney, by all means, listen to your attorney. And that's it. And if you do have to have an attorney, call Scott MacMullan Law, LLC, at 443-494-9775. This is information, not advice. Doesn't create the attorney-client privilege or attorney-client relationship. If you seek an attorney, please give us a call, 443-494-9775. Thank you.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout & Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. After spending the last 2 years shopping online, come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout & Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.